Posting daily made me a multi-millionaire. And my question that I want to be answering in today's video was from a comment, right? And a comment asked me, is posting daily a non-negotiable? So guys, by the way, if you have any questions for me, let me know down there in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm talking all things business, whether it's building funnels, whether it's building businesses, whether it's building your personal brand, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. These are all the things that I've used to make millions on the internet. So if you have any questions like that, let me know in the comment section. But is posting daily a non-negotiable? Well, for me personally, yes. But daily posting fits my content strategy because I'm like a crazy ADHD guy who has a very short attention span, but I can be very, very consistent. I've figured out how to use my ADHD as a superpower, and posting daily content gives me something to do every day, gives me a focus, and gives me a plan to stick to. All I have to do is post once a day. And that's what I gave myself as a goal back in 2021 when I started my main cryptocurrency channel. And after 4.5 months of posting daily, that's when I became successful. That's when I started to make money. That's when I started to make money from YouTube views, from sponsorships, affiliates, and paid groups. So posting daily is what got me there. But what I think is the most important takeaway is not the daily posting, but it's the posting valuable content and staying consistent. Staying consistent is probably the most important thing when it comes to creating content. You see, I'm just walking down the street right now and I'm staying consistent to this channel by posting every day because that's the schedule that I make for myself. That's what I like doing. Now, it may or may not work for you guys, but I've seen multiple success stories with posting daily. The reason why posting daily works so well on a fresh channel is because you can test so many different things and you can find relatively quickly what blows up and what works for you. Now, I've spoken about the outlier content here on this channel a lot, right? And what this is basically finding pieces of content that stand out on your channel and then doubling, tripling down using the same title, using a similar content, using whatever it is to continue to see if you can essentially build a niche out of that. And I've seen this happen so many times with people. So many different people have built entire brands by testing a bunch of different things, posting as much as possible, finding an outlier piece of content and actually turning that outlier piece of content into the brand that they end up sticking with and the one that they keep growing over time. And I've seen this work so many times, guys. So what I'm saying here is finding that outlier piece of content is actually more important than posting daily, but you get there quicker if you post daily. But the more important thing than posting daily is actually staying consistent. I believe this teaches the algorithm that you're gonna keep showing up. Now, I want you guys to get out of your head that the algorithm is some random computer-generated AI system that's working against you and trying to hold you down. That's not what it is. It might have been one day, or before. It definitely isn't that anymore. What it is humans interacting with your videos. So how do humans interact with your videos? If you understand that, you understand what the algorithm is, right? So if people like your content, it's very simple. More people get to see your content. And how do people show that they like your content? They like it, they share it, they comment on it, they watch the whole thing, right? So that's how you tell, and that's what the algorithm is looking for. So it's literally just humans. How do humans interact with your content? So to wrap this all up, I have got big success in my opinion. I'm very happy with where I am in life, and I have done that with daily posting. I believe that daily posting has kept me accountable. I believe that it's given me a schedule, and I believe that it really suits my personality and what works for me, right? Because I want to provide as much value, but I don't want to be super high production. As you've seen from this channel, it's not super high production. It's just giving value as quickly as possible once a day. That's what I like to do. And I've already found some outlier pieces of content that I'm going to be trying out and I'm going to be trying to hone in on and all of that sort of stuff. So what I say to anyone is, I think that posting more than, say, once a month is important. Let's say at minimum twice a week on your social media platforms. But most importantly, training the algorithm, which is people who follow you or people who recognize your face, that you're going to be posting more content, right? And they can expect you to post more content. So they'll be regularly interacting with your content. And what you should do is do yourself a favor and come up with an amount of posting that you will stick to for the next year. So if you think you're only going to stick to one piece of content per week, then stick to one piece of content per week, but do it for a year. Now, your speed in which you can find the outlier content is going to be longer. It's going to take a longer time because you're not posting at the volume that you can find the outlier content really quickly. However, you might be busy, you might have other things to do, but figure out what you can stay consistent in and start posting. But stop overthinking it. Just posting is the most important thing. Getting that piece of content out is important because no one cares when you start. You're going to be absolutely terrible when you start, and you're going to learn what works for you, what works for the algorithm or the audience by posting, talking on camera, and you're going to develop that skill. So get out there, post your first video, and subscribe to this channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.